Good morning, good afternoon, you handsome lot, whatever time of day it is that you're watching this video. Leave this for a minute, because this is probably going to be my last video of 2026. I know it's not 26, I've been talking about it all morning, and that's why I've gone straight to 2026. Anyway, it's 2025. I'm wishing the year away. And you know what? I can't thank you lot enough for supporting my channel, watching my videos, leaving all the positive comments, and the support that you give. Absolutely phenomenal. I think they've been good, educational, and also I think the interaction between everybody getting in the comments has been very positive throughout the year, and I'm happy with that because I don't like to see any negativity, because why? I don't know. Anyway, it's been an emotional year. Done lots of shows, met lots of people through the socials, through my Instagram, lots and lots of mechanics from all over the country, all over the world that come together, I talk to, and not only talk to as a mechanic, you talk to them as a friend. It's crazy, absolutely crazy what social media has done for the motor trade. A lot of people help each other out. I'm in group chats with lots of people, and it's absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. But anyway, should we get on to the good stuff? I don't know what year it is because it is on a private place, but we've got an Audi A3 2-litre diesel, which is having a clutch and flywheel because of a little bit of a rattle when you turn the ignition off. Clutch kit, flywheel, and we've got some new bolts as well. Now, as my boss used to say, before we go off the bitter onto the mild, something springs to mind. I can remember the throttle body on these used to play up, or the intake motor flap used to play up, and when you used to switch a car off, it used to make the dual mass, or the shutting off of the engine, rough. Now, I don't want to go changing clutches and flywheels if it doesn't need it, so we're just going to have a little look. Read any fault codes, got no fault codes. I'm going to go around to actuation tests. I just want to see if this is working, because if these are playing up or faulty, it will give that. Some of you Audi lads might know. Throttle control module, click OK, just click start. Can you hear it? Stop. So that is in fact working. So I'm happy now. Now, this rattle that the customer's complaining of, yes, it is flywheel area when he switches it off. It doesn't happen all the time, but it does happen every now and again. And the lad that owns his car, he does my head in. Honestly, he just does my head in. I shouldn't say it, but he does. What's blue all about? What's this all about, Joe? Blue. Anyway. So I said to him, I said, look, mate, I don't think it's worth doing just yet. Wait till after Christmas. Don't panic. Don't stress. And we'll worry about it in the new year. No, I want it doing now. It's got to be done. It's a little rattle. This is my baby. I want to get it done, and I want to get it done right. And I want you to do the job. Not a problem. Let's get it in. And let's get it sorted. So that's what we're going to do. Should we go ahead and get involved? I think it's done enough talking for now. Let's get involved and get this gearbox out. I'm going to chuck it into a little bit of a time lapse and do a bit of a, what do they call it? Talking over? Voiceover, that's it. Voiceover. Let's get cracking. First things first, let's get this airbox out of the way. Now be careful because the plastics on these can be brittle, and the last thing I want is this customer moaning down my ear, oh, you broke my plastics. Anyway, that is the battery out of the way. Let's move around to the gear cables, and I tell you what, this little pipe in a second was a little bit fiddly, but anyway, we got it off with a little bit of a struggle. Now everything at the top is all done. This little pipe did give me a little bit of a grief there, because normally I take the hose off that joint, but the joint, I don't know, it's a bit of a pain. But we have got, while I've got the battery off, I'm going to put it on charge for him. Right, let's take it up, get the wheels off, and the inner wheel arch aside. Vehicle is now up in the air, both front wheels off, under tray is off. When I was taking the under tray off, I noticed a little bit of a a little bit of a leak. Now on these gearboxes they are quite common because there's a plastic seal and they rot, and it has been leaking a little bit of oil, but it hasn't been excessive because there's no oil on the belly pan. So I just had a phone call to the customer and I was like, look Joe, I know it's Christmas, but I can get one of these seals, which is going to be here tomorrow, which is Saturday, but I'm off on Saturday. I can carry on with the job, put a clutch and flywheel in it, but before I go and put the clutch and flywheel in it, I want to drain the oil out of it, make sure that there's no bits of metal in it and the oil's clean, because if there's any bits of metal in the gearbox, it could be the gearbox that's rattling rather than the dual mass flywheel. And if that is the case, we're going to have it back in the new year, get the gearbox repaired and change the dual mass and clutch at the same time as a bit of a prevention. But I don't want to go too mad. Let's just go ahead and get the gearbox oil out and see if there's any bits of metal in it. But this is the struggles of sometimes that you can run into on these older vehicles. It's been one of them weeks. Where one job leads to another and another, and it spirals out of control like that. Right, well, there is plenty of oil in it, and I don't know if you can see. It's not really that dirty. That is the colour of it. I've got no metal bits on the drain plug, and no metallic-y colours to the oil. So I think the gearbox is okay other than that cover. We go ahead now and carry on changing clutch and dual mass. Getting oil on my floor there. I tell you what a glorious day it is today. It's nice to have a little bit of sun on the floor. Right, both drive shafts are now out. Now I have gone ahead and removed that inboard drive flange. That is just so you can get that gearbox in and out easy enough. Now I know people will leave them in and struggle, but take them out and be extra careful, because the last thing you want to be doing is damaging them brass bushings or whatever they're called on the end. I've gone ahead, I've fitted me engine support, and that's going on the engine. Now what we're going to be doing, dropping the car back down, undo the gearbox mounts, then we can lower it down and get everything through the inner wheel arch. Brilliant gearboxes to take out, these are. Kyle on the spanners, I know you're watching. You like doing these. A little bit like this, all the mounts now are disconnected. And that. They're nice and free. Now we can take it back up now and get this box out, hopefully. One gearbox is out and it is nice and dry in there. Concentric slave, nice and dry. Now, the dual mass. As well, let's start off with the clutch. See these? That's the adjustment for the clutch. When they're right out like that, clutch is pretty much done. We've got lots of up and down movement, and also, I don't know if you can see, let me try and put my camera, hang on. I've got nowhere to stick the camera. I have to try and make do. But you can see we have got excessive in and out movement on the flywheel. So I'm going to go ahead, get the clutch plate, pressure plate off, and also the flywheel. And you know what? Just to wind this lad up with this car, you're paying me to have my feet up and have 5 minutes. I tell you what, you're going to be screaming at your telly now, Joe. Absolutely screaming. Get my car done and not paying you to sit down. Well, you are, mate. Sorry. You are. Now, if you haven't guessed, I know the lad with this car very well and he watches all my videos. So, yeah, I am joking. Don't take a lot of things to heart. But anyway, flywheel on, clutch plate, pressure plate, it is all lined up. Now, with these self-adjusting clutches, you can do it without the special tool, but there is a chance of setting the self-adjuster off. And it can be a nightmare because you do have to reset them. Got the tool. You just want to pull it up to the flywheel. just as it's about to touch it, stop. A little bit like that. Perfect. And then we can get the flywheel, clutch plate, pressure plate, torqued up. Everything now, clutch side of things, is torqued up. Now if you have a little look at the adjustment, can you see where the spring is? And on the other one, if I can show you, it is right the way out. It's about done, that clutches. Something is far. Oh, I tell you what, does anybody else's phone go off in their pocket? Mine does all the bloody time. But anyway, right. Now we need to go ahead and put the concentric sleeve in the gearbox. I've kind of got carried away. Gearbox is now back in, gear cables all connected, hydraulic side of it, engine mount's done. I think there's not much left to do. Dry shafts, gearbox, put the gearbox oil back in it, and then when it comes back in for that seal to be done, we'll probably get a gearbox oil replacement done at the same time. But yeah, we're getting there, making progress. And there's nothing worse like when you think, oh, I want to do a video and get everything involved, but it never happens. Just sort of like get carried away. But anyway, all the dry shafts now, pretty much everything underneath is now done. Dry shafts, ball joints, and everything's torqued to spec. We're going to get some gearbox oil and get it put back in. Now remember, why is it not? This will. What? No, nobody. Why? Oh, that's for a puncture. That is the keys on my box. Driver side front. Right, we're going to get some engine gearbox oil put back into it. While I'm waiting for that to be pumped in, how is everybody? Are we all okay? What are we all up to over the Christmas period? Are you going anywhere? Are you doing anything? Are you expecting anything nice off Father Christmas? Drop in the comments and let me know. Hope you all have a good Christmas anyway. I'm going to stay at home with the dog and just chill. Eat loads of stuff and just chill. And then in January the 1st, I'm going to need to go on a diet. That's not going to happen, is it? Let's be honest. Everything down below is all done. Wheels, everything. Now before we put all these plastics back together, we're going to bleed the clutch. And how we're going to be doing it is with a launched brake fluid pressure bleeder. Absolutely fantastic. You haven't got to have anybody inside the car. Pump up, down, up, down, up, down. Just a single man job. Connect it up. It fills it full of pressure, and we are going to be using just over a bar. When you're bleeding brakes, I like to do a 2 bar. When you're bleeding the clutch, just over a bar, just under a bar and a half of pressure. Brake bleeding bottle. These are so easy to bleed. You should be able to see now the dirty fluid come through when I just turn this. You can see the air. You'll see it in a second. All the air coming out and the fluid turning nice and clear. It's a little bit dirty, that. But yeah. Make sure all the air's coming out. Turn the pressure down a little bit. And that is one clutch blade. Simple as that. Just like magic, that car is now all back together, and we have cleaned all the plastics down, make it look nice and presentable. Now, I have just received a Christmas card through the post. Thank you, Sean and Louise. Your support throughout the year has been absolutely insane when you've been dropping in and when you come and do your local visits and stuff and you bring me some kits. You know, I really appreciate it. But anyway, shall we get in this car and see if starts, drives and does what a car should do. Right. If we've done everything right, it should start. Make sure that we've got no restrictions on the clutch. The clutch pedal, oh, it's going to take some getting used to. That is, it is extremely light. Let's get on the key. Give it a big start. ESP fault. What's that? Joe, I broke your car, mate. Gutted. More expense. Not. Steering angle sensor just one's calibrating, full lock left and right. And them lights will go out. I probably had you panicking then for a second, didn't I, mate? But anyway, let's put it in forward. Without running my toolbox over. Put it into rough or race mode. We've got forward and backwards. Let's take it down the road for a little bit of a test drive. To be honest with you, this car drives quite nice. I'll tell you one thing that is going to annoy him. And I'm going to adjust his seat so it's comfy for me, not you, Joe. No, to be honest, it drives nice. Pulls well in all the gears, got no slipping, no noises, no bumps, rattles, clunks. It drives quite nice, one of these, and it has done 98,000 miles. So yeah, third gear pull. Oh, it drives good. I'm happy with it. Let's get back to the workshop. That is it, my pedigree chums. That is one car. Well, one Audi A3. I've got it right. That's an Audi A3. I've got it right, finally. Clutch, flywheel. Obviously, it's going to be coming back in for that little seal on the side of the gearbox, which you can't get until tomorrow, and I'm off work tomorrow, shopping and 5 times around B&M just in case I've missed something or somewhere like that. I don't know, where did you go Christmas shopping? I don't normally go. But anyway, thank you all for watching me throughout the year and supporting the channel and giving all the positive comments and getting involved on Instagram and YouTube. Has been absolutely immense. It really has, and I really enjoy making the videos as it makes my job a little bit more enjoyable. You lot can watch it whether you want to learn something, whether you watch it to have a bit of a laugh. People watch these videos for various different reasons. Now throughout the year you get lots of people, I don't do it this way, I don't do it that way. Look, it's your story. If you want to fix a car that way, you do it your way. How I do it, it's up to me. At the end of the day, cars are getting fixed. You fix it your way, it's your story. You tell it how you want to tell it. Hope everybody has an awesome Christmas. Thank you ever so much. I'll see you in we're going to get it right, 2026. And if you've made it this far with all this waffling on, I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, and I will definitely see you next year. Take it easy and let's get it sent.